Welcome to my Stories Red channel. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, please like and share your comments. We make new videos with interesting stories every day.
Soon everyone will know he's been messing with his stepmother and stepsister. For a little while I've suspected my husband of cheating. I didn't have any justification for thinking or feeling this way, but I couldn't stop having this gut feeling that something was wrong. So I decided to keep a closer eye on him, and I still found nothing. And for a long time I was angry with myself for suspecting him and for invading his privacy. We went to marriage counseling and I apologized for breaking his trust in me, and for a little while all was well. But that wretched feeling never went away. I tried so hard to get over this feeling, but he was deceiving me in some way and I just couldn't. So I decided it was time to hire a private investigator instead of playing Inspector Gadget myself. Let me tell you, this was the best thing I ever spent money on. Within a month I was able to confirm my suspicions, but it was a shock to find out that it was his stepsister and his stepmother. Not only that, he may be the father of his stepsister's newborn baby. I could have killed him, but I kept my composure and I kept this information to myself and continued to act as normal as possible. Believe me, that was a very difficult thing to do. I slowly started detaching from him and even moved into our spare bedroom, and we continued to drift apart. I moved out, got a new job, and started saving money for our divorce. I got my life in order. Now here we are almost a year later and in the final stages of our divorce, and I've still not told anyone. I've spent the last year preparing for our divorce because I'll be damned to leave this marriage empty-handed. I wanted to handle our financial affairs first because my husband works for his father and I didn't want to leave him unemployed during our divorce process. This son of a cunt dragged out our divorce and fought me for everything, even things that were mine to begin with, but I kept my calm and I won't say a word until I get everything I deserve. That's when I'll tell his father. And his father is not a man to be messed with. I've been assured the check will clear in 3 days, or less, and it's over for Robert cause as soon as that money hits my account. His mother, stepmother, stepsister, brother-in-law and father will receive a beautifully written email with pictures and videos of what he has been up to. His dad will tear him apart. Edit 1, I got my money. Time to send it. Edit 2, his stepmother and stepsister do not know about each other. I don't know how long he has been sexually involved with them, but I do know it started in adulthood for all involved. Can't seem to access my original account. So here I am. Let's clear some things up. When Robert's father remarried, Robert was already a 30-year-old man. So no, he wasn't sexually groomed. And his stepsister was 31 when she met him. Again, no one here is being sexually abused. All involved were already well into adulthood when meeting. As for the money, it was money he owed me, but didn't want to give it back. I invested in his business ventures and he refused to pay me my share. You can't get a broke man to pay his debt. So, yes, I wasn't going to let him be unemployed during our divorce. The aftermath. I sent the email as soon as I saw the money had hit my account. The first to call me was Robert and I picked up. First words out of his mouth was, "You evil ASSB." I replied with, "Your mama." And I ended the call. The second person to call me is stepsister's husband. He was just heartbroken. He asked me a ton of questions and he asked for my divorce lawyer's information. We also discussed him getting a DNA test for all their kids. Through brother-in-law I found out that there was an all-out war between stepmother and father-in-law. He tried to kick her out, but she locked herself up in the bedroom. While father-in-law was throwing her shit outside, stepmother-in-law called her daughter for help. At some point stepsister and stepmother got in a fight. The fight was so bad that the neighbors called the police. In the scuffle to separate mother and daughter, they hurt one of the police officers and were arrested. They are still in jail because neither of them have anyone willing to bail them out. The following day I got a call from Robert telling me that his daddy almost ran him over. So he wanted to come stay with me because he's scared that his daddy or brother-in-law will try to beat his ass again. Robert is scared to go home. His dad and brother-in-law are pretty much camped outside of his place and have already jumped him twice. Robert is terrified. He tried to stay with his mother and she told him that he had made his bed and should now lie in it. FYI, I am not done with Robert yet. I've got more planned for him. Comments. Don't care if it's real or not. I'm getting popcorn ready for the next episode. He's really asking the woman he cheated on and dragged through a messy divorce if he could stay with her. This man seriously has no self-preservation instincts. Real or not, I'm invested now. My ex called me 4 years later to cry about his GF of 2.5 years breaking up with him and keeps sending me pics of him and his dog and asking for my help for things. I haven't replied to any of the messages or looked at them aside from the thumbnail my phone gives when I receive them. He cheated on me in the 3rd year of our relationship and I forgave him and dated him for another year when he called me out of the blue to say I'm not sure I want to be with you. Then said he needed a week to decide. I called him the next day and broke up with him and he threw a fit because he said give me a week. I had an ex that emailed me that we were taking a break and that he would contact me when we would talk again. For context, he was living out of town and told me he would reach out before he was due to come to town again to see if we would talk about our relationship. Called me a week later upset that I didn't try to reach out. I told him if anything I was just following what he told me. He asked, so are we going to get back together or what? My reply was hanging up on him. They really are shameless.